Thunderstorms to the south of us. Some of those could be creeping up because it's kind of muggy outside in the Portland area tonight.
We're primed and ready. We just need that front to line up with our metro in order to see any development take place overnight. But yeah, the majority of the rain, all the action has been closer to Eugene for most of the day. 77 degrees right now in Portland. That's right, it's 77 and it's 11 o'clock. Much cooler though. Corvallis 64, Eugene 67. At the coast, we're in the low 60s. Going over to Seaside right now. Little evidence of some rain there, and not a whole lot to measure so far. 57 degrees there at Seaside. You can see zeros popping up until you get to North Bend, and only 1/100th of an inch so far. And these measurements are since midnight. A bunch of zeros up and down I-5, but then you will go over to Bend. Nearly 4/10ths of an inch, and that's where the majority of the thunderstorms really laid out earlier today. Pendleton, 2/100ths of an inch. So what do we see right now around the metro? Not a whole lot to report. Anything that you actually see as returns showing up, not likely even hitting the ground at this point. Now let's go south of Eugene, and this is where we continue to see multiple lightning strikes closer to Oak Ridge and lining up the western slopes of the Cascades. So we just need that frontal boundary to move before we see any action. But even with that, still a very slight chance that we would get any of those rumblers coming through. More than likely, the track is going to be going in a diagonal fashion. I'll show you that in just a second. That red flag warning is officially still in effect until 2 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. You can see those areas highlighted in red right here due to dry lightning. Now, taking a look at your forecast, here we go. 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Maybe some of you are just beginning to go to bed. At that point, possibility we could see some light showers or heavy at times, but I think the majority of the action is going to be lining up right here in the foothills just outside of Sandy, Molalla, and Silverton through 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Again, you can see the overall direction kind of bent over here going out to the northeast and then lining up with the Dalles and Mount Hood. That's 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning. Again, more convection kind of hanging on to Mount Hood, heading out towards the Dalles and then eastern Oregon through about 7 o'clock in the morning. And then most areas looking pretty clear until we get some clouds to roll back in Friday night. But other than that, again, I think the foothills will feel or hear the most activity overnight. Coastal areas tomorrow up to about 70 for you, Tillamook, Seaside 68. But look, some relief inside. Inland Valley temperatures will be in the low 80s tomorrow instead of the low 90s. 7-day forecast, it gets even cooler. And then we add some rain to the mix. So this weekend, some showers on and off. Saturday night will be your starting time for the rain, so you'll be allowed to warm up to about 75 with some sunshine.
Easing into fall.
Easing into
right?
it. Yeah.
Easing into it. Thanks, Natasha. I know
Sure.
It's been a busy night for you back there. Well, still ahead.